You know that feeling, right? When you're just stuck, waiting for an answer from someone that you think will finally give you closure. Well, what if the real key to moving on has nothing to do with them? What if it's about finding that final word inside yourself? Today, we're going to explore a totally different path, one that goes way beyond the idea of closure we've all been taught. Seriously, think about it for a second. Is there a conversation you keep replaying in your head? A text you're still hoping to get? An explanation you feel like you're owed? Playing this waiting game is absolutely exhausting, and let's be honest, it's a game we almost never win. You know, this state of limbo, this constant waiting, it actually has a name. We're calling it the closure trap. And it's such a common and honestly painful place to be. It's where you feel like your own emotional future is completely on hold, just waiting for a response from someone in your past. I mean, we learn this from a really young age, don't we? That to properly close a chapter, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, even a job, you need the other person to kind of sign off on it, to give you that final paragraph that ties it all up. But what happens when they never do? This is where things get tricky, because chasing after that external closure, it isn't just unhelpful. It can actually become what's been called a dangerous addiction, a deep craving for something outside of ourselves that we've come to believe we need to feel whole again. So let's just define it crystal clear. The closure trap is this fundamental belief that I can't be at peace until they tell me why. It's basically handing over the keys to your own happiness to someone who, in all likelihood, has already left the building. And I really want you to notice the wording here. It's not just a need, it's an addiction to being understood. Thinking about it that way completely reframes the whole search for closure, right? It makes you wonder if it's actually hurting you way more than it's helping. And this addiction, it has very real consequences. For one, it keeps you sifting through the ashes of the past, looking for clues in a fire that went out a long, long time ago. It can even make you feel like you're begging for answers from people who just won't, or maybe even can't, give them to you. But the biggest thing is it puts your well-being in someone else's hands, and it keeps you chained to a past that you absolutely cannot change. Okay, but here's the good news. There is another way. An ancient philosophy, Stoicism, actually offers a really powerful solution to this very modern problem. It helps us build a new path forward. And the difference is just, it's night and day. On one side, you've got the trap, always seeking answers from other people, being emotionally dependent, stuck in the past, and ultimately feeling powerless. But on the other side, that's the Stoic path, creating your own peace, becoming emotionally independent, moving forward, and being in control. It's a massive shift in where you decide to place your power. And this, right here, is the core of it all. This is the revolutionary insight from the Stoics. True peace is an inside job. It doesn't come from out there, from the world, or from other people. It's not a gift someone else can give you. It is something you have to generate for yourself, from within. Okay, so that all sounds great in theory, right? But how do we actually do that? How do we put this philosophy into practice and find that emotional independence? Well, let's break it down into some real actionable steps. All right, here are 4 steps to get you there. Step 1, stop sifting. You have to make a conscious choice that the investigation is over. The past is the past. Step 2, release the need for their truth. You have to accept that you might never get the answer you think you need from them, and that's okay. Now, step 3 is the most empowering part of all. Write your own ending. You get to decide why it's over, what the story meant, and what you learned from it. And finally, step 4, focus only on what you can actually control. You can't control them, but you can control your own thoughts, your actions, and your path forward. That is where your true power is. So, as we start to wrap this up, the big takeaway here is really this profound shift in perspective. It's all about taking back the pen and becoming the author of your own story again. And hey, if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this. Closure isn't something you're given. It's something you create. It's not a passive thing you wait for. It is an active, powerful act of creation that you build for yourself. So, the final question is for you. With this new way of looking at things, what are you ready to move forward from? What new ending are you going to write for yourself, starting today?